This doesn't feel good. Oh man.
See that guy that's hyperventilating? Yeah, that's me attempting to run a 5K or 3.1 mile race while wearing a full suit of Stormtrooper armor. In this race, there were highs, feeling pretty good so far, lows,
I need oxygen.
and some kids bullying me.
Why am I doing this, you might ask? Well, the reason is twofold.
One, my friend Caden said that I wouldn't be able to do it. Do you think I could run a 5K in the armor?
Absolutely not. No way.
And two, because I'm an idiot. Over the past month, I've been painstakingly building this Stormtrooper armor with movie-level accuracy so I can join the 501st Legion, and I thought to myself, I used to run in high school. I wonder if I could run a 5K in the armor. The issue is that this armor is really uncomfortable and leaves you with basically no mobility.
I can't even lean over.
Really, I wish the thought of running in this thing had never popped into my head, but I have to prove Caden wrong. So, let's go run a 5K. I should have known from the beginning that this race was going to be nearly impossible. But like I said, I'm an idiot.
We're here. Thank you. Secured the package.
With the race packet in hand, it was time to get dressed. Now, you might be wondering why I look like I was just slapped in the face. And that's because I decided to do this challenge on about 4 hours of sleep on one of the windiest days of the year.
The wind is brutal. With this armor, I'm basically just like a big old sail. The wind is taking me away.
In actuality, I'm running this race to help build borehole wells in Malawi, Africa, where people often walk over 2 miles to collect water that ultimately isn't very safe to drink. This local 5K race has only been going on for 5 years, but in that time, it's helped raise enough money to build 17 wells in Malawi, bringing access to abundant clean water to thousands of people every day. If you want to learn more or donate to the cause, I'll leave a link in the description below.
Okay, we need to warm up, right? I can't really stretch, so I guess just move my joints a little. What do you guys think?
I love it.
You like it?
I do love it. Respect. Stay by you.
What time do you think I'll be able to get?
I feel like you're a runner. You're going to get less than 30.
That's my goal.
And with that, it was time to start the race. Here's the game plan. I'm gonna try to stick with the 9-minute group for as much of the race as possible, and if I fall behind, I just have to make sure that the 10-minute group doesn't catch up to me.
Now it's just me, my armor, and the clock, and my brother.
But almost immediately after the race began, I encountered my first problem, the helmet.
So the biggest issue so far is the helmet keeps hitting me right in the nose. I think I'm gonna have a black eye after this. Also, who knew? Breathing in a helmet's pretty difficult. Right now, I'm not as worried about my nose anymore. It's more the crotch.
At the first mile, I came in at 9:03, a lot faster than I needed to be to meet my goal.
This is gonna be the hardest part of the race, the big downhill.
I know this hill doesn't look steep on camera, but when you have basically no visibility, it's a bit scary to run down.
My biggest fear right now is that I trip and ruin the armor. I spent a long time working on this. I'm not gonna fall. So I used to be a pretty good runner back in high school. For 5Ks, I'd get around 17 minutes. So at 8 years later and 1.5 kids, my goal is just to break 30 minutes. So we'll see if I'm even able to come close to that.
So with a goal of breaking 30 minutes, I need to be running each mile at a pace of 9 minutes and 39 seconds or less. Although I was probably going a bit too fast at this point, I was feeling good, so I kept up the pace. This would come back to bite me later on in the race. But for now, I was enjoying myself. And then, disaster struck.
Disaster. My crotch plate unhooked.
It was taking way too long and I was running out of time.
We're just gonna run with it unhooked. I can't fix it right now. Now my butt plate's flapping all around, but at least my crotch feels a lot better now.
Now, I had to make up some time.
The wind is brutal. With this armor, I'm basically just like a big old sail. The wind is taking me away. It's not looking good.
At mile 2, my pace was still pretty good, 9:17, but I was beginning to feel the effects of the armor and the lack of oxygen in the helmet.
I think I need to slow it down a little. I'm low on oxygen. Starting to see rings of black a little bit.
You want the helmet off at all? That would probably be a good time.
Gotta challenge myself, Gage. Helmet stays on.
Helmet stays on.
How's it going, guys? Keep it up. I need oxygen. The weirdest thing though, my left big toe is falling asleep. I think the armor might be cutting off circulation somehow.
At this point, I could really feel myself starting to slow down. I was getting cut in multiple spots by the armor, my legs were beginning to lose circulation, and I was starting to get tunnel vision from a lack of oxygen in the helmet. But I was always being pushed on by my friend Caden.
Absolutely not. No way.
I couldn't let him be right. I had to finish the race. So as I started to feel more and more of the strain, I saw there was nothing left to do but keep going. As I neared the end, I thought back on everything that led up to this moment, and I knew I had it in me to finish.
What I'd really like to say is you can do anything you put your mind to, including running a 5K in Stormtrooper Armor for some reason.
And with that, all I had to do was cross the final bridge, run up the last hill, and finish the race.
Oh my gosh. Of course they put a hill at the end. Finish strong? Yeah.
I finished with plenty of time to spare on my goal.
Oh, that was really tough. I was starting to see black near the end. We did it. I can't even lean over.